The #1 shooting arcade game of all time explodes into Game Gear. You're a T-800 Terminator with an awesome array of weapons, rapid-fire machine gun, shotgun, rockets, and an M79 grenade launcher. Blast endoskeletons and HKs. Terminate the liquid metal T-1000 or be terminated. Weird that this would be for the Game Gear back of the box, because this is T2, the arcade game for the Super Nintendo from Probe Entertainment Limited and Acclaim. It's part of the Terminator franchise. Was released in February 1994. I'm sure it has absolutely nothing to do with the T2 movie, though. I think it's probably just a coincidence. They would never do something so silly. Would they? Would they really? Maybe they would. This is a shooting game based on a film of the same name. Amazing. Was originally released in arcades in 1991. 91 home conversions were released for various platforms under the title of T2, the arcade game, to avoid the numerous tie-ins. Also based on the movie, because, you know, there was more than one. Let's see. So this is a light gun game initially for the arcades, and it pretty much works the same way on the home consoles. Just instead of light gun, you use controllers. It was converted to the Mega Drive, Genesis, and Super Nintendo, along with the Master System and Game Boy, but the Mega Drive and Master System versions cannot do scaling due to hardware limitations. Sega do what Nintendo don't, except scaling. We don't know how. Many of the images were redrawn at different sizes. The Game Boy version got around this problem by having enemies move from side to side. The DOS version was loyal to the arcade version in terms of graphics and speed, but was difficult to run because the high amount of conventional memory needed to run, 580K out of 640, and would usually either need a boot disk or memory tweaking to load. Was again retitled. The Super Nintendo version supported the Super Scope and mouse in addition to the control pad. Other lower graphical ports like the Amiga and Game Gear in North America. It was one of the few games which supported the Mega Drive's Genesis Menacer, On the Master System, the light phaser was not supported, only a joypad. GamePro said the graphics on the SNES version closely matched the arcade. They praised the voices and gameplay. Concluded it's probably the only good excuse you have for getting a Super Scope, though they commented the SNES mouse was the best option for control. EGM said it was a good conversion, though they complained it was a little too difficult and gave it a 6 out of 10. I couldn't really figure out much of what I was supposed to be doing, so I just kind of clicked around and shot stuff, and then I figured out what I was supposed to be doing, and by then it was too late. Let's see. Entertainment Weekly gave this a D-. You know, I think that's a little harsh, but it's not for me. I don't think the Terminator stuff... They're making a new Terminator movie, by the way. How do you feel about that? It's going to be great. Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, it's fine, I guess, if you're into this kind of thing.